Hi, horn players. It's Mr. Y, obviously. I have a little tutorial here for you on the B flat concert scale, specifically line number 4 that our quiz is on. I'm going to explain just a little bit and a couple of tips and tricks that I think might help you get a good sound on it. First of all, remember the hardest part about playing the horn is finding that first note, making sure you're starting on the right note. Because if you're not, you'll find that the whole song just sounds pretty weird. And that's because you're doing what's called playing on the wrong partial, which you don't really need to understand. Just know that you need to be able to start on the first note correctly. That's true. The way I like to do it is I like to play the C scale and play up to the note that I start on. In this case, the note is the fourth note of the C scale. It's the F scale. So that right there is our F. That's the first note of number 1. What you may want to do first is get really, really good at playing number 1 because number 1 is just the short version of the F scale, remember. Once you get all those notes really, really in your head, the rest of the stuff is going to be easier. Then number 2, of course, is the whole scale. You can hear that one gives me a little trouble too because it goes pretty high. Don't worry so much about number 2. If you practice really a lot on number 1, you're going to find that that helps you a lot with number 4 as well, because number 4 only goes up to the high C. You don't have to worry about all those high notes. So once we find our first note on number 4, then it's pretty easy to play in the right place. No real strange notes to watch out for. You've got a B flat in your key signature, which means, of course, the first vowel instead of second vowel for B. But that's a fairly normal note for French horn, so I don't think you'll have any problems with that. Make sure also you've got slurs and staccatos in this one, so those are important. What you may want to do first is just practice it for the notes and the rhythms. Don't worry about the staccatos. Maybe do. Another really good idea maybe is to just wind the video back a little bit and hum it in your head or sing it. Along with me, da 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 da. The better you can sing something, the better you're going to find out it comes out on the horn. Just because the singing is kind of the programming for your brain to know that the notes are right. So that kind of helps your lips be in the right place too. Then once you get the notes and rhythms down, of course, you can really work on the articulation, the slurs and staccatos. Okay, finding our first note. Up to the F, so. Try it again. So right notes and right rhythms for me, I had a couple of flubs in the sound. That would probably be about a 19. I'd have to practice it a little bit more to get the 20. But I think that'll pretty much cover the notes and rhythms. Again, a really important thing is to find that first note. And really know what that sounds like before you start. Okay, good luck.